India Today's managing editor Gaurav Sawant also is joining us now in this morning telecast. Gaurav, what do you think that the reason that we see the kind of shift it's going toward Donald Trump, even though Kamala Harris is winning Washington, D.C., New Jersey, New York, these are the big cities. And yet, majority of the states right now appear to be going the red way.
You know, the point that Rahul just made about 74% of the United States of America not being very happy with the way things are going. The final push made by Donald Trump, where he used the same Ronald Reagan line of 1980, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? If not, vote for change. That's a message that seems to be going across. What's working in favor of Kamala Harris to a very large extent are the women voters who've turned up in large numbers and they've voted. But what appears to be working for Donald Trump, and still it's too soon, to say one way or the other decisively, is the fact that it's not just, the white voter, as they say, but also the African-American male voter, the Hispanic male voter, the Asian male voter, the second-generation Indian-American male voter, to a very large extent, they seem to have been working for Donald Trump. That last minute push also made by Elon Musk asking men to come out and vote in large numbers as if their life depended on it. And the push that's constantly on, that's very interesting. But again, in the end, it's the swing states, the 7 swing states that will decide. And so many of them still look so close to call, especially all eyes remain on Pennsylvania, not just on Pennsylvania, but districts and counties in Pennsylvania, and what way are they voting? So it just becomes very, very interesting.
Gaurav, a quick question also with you here. Because either it's Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. My curiosity will be how they will deal with India, fastest growing economy, not the old India they can just literally give orders to. How do you think that relationship will shape up? How should it shape up in the years to come, whether it's trade deals or otherwise as a strategic relationship?
You know, if you look at India-America relationship, and I've covered this relationship right from the time of the Pokhran tests in 1998 to the Kargil war in 1999, and the dramatic shift in India-America relationship when Bill Clinton was the president of the United States of America, his visit to India during the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government, then that big push when Dr. Manmohan Singh was Prime Minister of India and George Bush was the President of the United States, and that civil nuclear deal happened, and then Barack Obama and Narendra Modi, Donald Trump and Narendra Modi, Joe Biden and Narendra Modi, the relationship was always on a high, except this last couple of months, or perhaps this year, of the last year of Joe Biden. That's the time that America started interfering in a very big way in India's internal affairs, as many in India argue. That's the time when things started happening in India's neighborhood, where America was blamed, like in Bangladesh, and where a democratically elected government was overthrown in this so-called coup or a students' revolution, where you have Islamist jihadis who are virtually running the country.
Gaurav, this is getting more clearer now as the hours progress. Donald Trump has taken the lead even in the swing states. Michigan and Wisconsin, and many were, the commentators who've been speaking to since morning have been saying that Wisconsin, Michigan are going to be important apart from Pennsylvania. Donald Trump has taken the lead in the 2 swing states. He's also ahead with the electoral votes, which is about 210. Kamala Harris has about 113 votes for now. She's crossed the century mark, but 270 is the majority figure, where clearly we can see Donald Trump already almost there with the 270 figure. There's an electoral college, remember, apart from how the numbers that get them the state's victory as well. So that's the big news coming in right now, that even in the swing states, the 7 states where both of these teams are going to keep their focus on, that's where Donald Trump, at least in the 2 of the 5, have taken a massive lead. But remember, there are 5 more to go. Elections are not yet declared. It can actually change over the next few hours as well. For now, the predictions coming in, it could be Donald Trump, but Kamala Harris and her team keeping the hope high as well. All right, I want to thank Gaurav for joining us with the perspective specifically on how the relationship would be with India. And I keep mentioning India because it's not just a connect of 2 nations. It's literally of the candidates, their outreach, their discourse has been. While Donald Trump, remember, mentioned about, for example, Hindus in Bangladesh, Kamala Harris has been consistently talking about the Indian Connect, her immigrant background, and how that has resonated with the Indian Americans on the ground.